guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker, coming back at you live once again from the Lone Star State with another edition of the Media Mike Speaks. All right, good people. One of my subscribers sent me this story. I don't know what in the heck is going on in the grand old state of Pennsylvania. You know, right outside of New York, where they did do Cosby some justice. Yes, we can agree on that. So, but this has come up. I don't know what this guy is doing named Chris Rabb. But anyway, let's get to it. As you see here in the title, forced sterilization. Pennsylvania bill would make men get vasectomies? What the hell? Come on now. Really? But we're going to talk about it. But it's not as serious as you think of, people. But I had to run this story because, well, we will talk about it here. Now, a forced sterilization bill for cisgender men was proposed by a Democratic state of Pennsylvania lawmaker, Chris Rabb, as shown here, would make men get vasectomies. Yes, good people. Yes. Rabb made it clear in tweets that the bill, the legislation, that it was satirical and pushed to make a point. Now, what they mean is he exaggerated a little bit. He was trying to make a point. He was exaggerating. A memorandum for the bill bears the subject line, it quotes, enforcing reproductive responsibility among men, unquote. Really? Maybe he didn't get the memo. It takes two. Maybe he got lost in that somewhere. I don't know. Now, it goes on to quote here, as long as legislators continue to restrict the hashtag reproductive rights of cis women, trans men, and non-binary folks, there should be laws to address the responsibility of men who impregnate them, unquote. He tweeted, the bill is a legislative response to the controversial abortion bill in Texas. First of all, sir, you're in Pennsylvania. Texas and Pennsylvania is two different worlds. As they say, stay in your lane. We do things a little different down here. Now, I'm not saying I am, for all this abortion things. I'm just saying, dude, you up there, we're down here. Okay? We will run the state how we run the state, our state, and you run your state how you run yours. But anyway, as you see here, people, Rabb's legislation would require all inseminators, men, those will be men, to undergo vasectomies after their third child or 40th birthday. So you're allowed to have up to 3 children. Or, when you get to your 40th birthday, snip. That's what he's saying. It's kind of like those automobiles. What, 10-year or 100,000 mile warranty, whichever comes first. Usually the 100,000 miles is probably going to come before the 10 years. So let's take a look here at the bill. The memo on the bill was sent to the Pennsylvania House on October 2nd, 2021. Goes on to quote here, far too long, the public debate around abortion, contraception, and related reproductive matters has thrust government into the center of restrictions on the bodily autonomy of women and girls, unquote, it reads. It goes on to quote, rarely is there a meaningful dialogue around public policy focusing on the personal responsibility of cisgender men in this sphere. The rights of cisgender men have always been paramount in our society, with little focus on their responsibility as inseminators to change the behaviors for the good of their partners, families, and society at large, unquote. Now, he really was being funny. We're going to talk about this because I know women, ladies, just saying, you have a lot more contraceptives than men. So, but he's saying it's all on the men. Okay, that's what he's saying. So, he's the representative in District 200 serving Philadelphia County, and he has been a member of the Pennsylvania House since 2017. And he is an idiot. Because there is no way this can fly. And also because this was just an exaggeration. It's according to him. It was an exaggeration. Meant to be a joke for Mr. Rabb. You see, good people, now if this was to be true, instead of some sick joke like, haha, very funny, it really would not be so bad for men in the long run, especially considering how the child support system treats men in this country and Canada. This probably wouldn't work out too well for women. You see, a limit on children or no children would lead to very little or no social service assistance, no earned income credit, less earned income credit, I would say, and could eventually bankrupt the child support system. Just saying. So I don't know. I welcome your comments, good people. This is interesting, no matter how much of a parody this may be. And this is not the only time a bill like this has been introduced. Well, all right, good people, sad to say, but that's it for today. And remember, if you have a bad day, let's hope that we get better politicians in 2022 so that we can all be okay. This is your guy, Mr. Educator, Mr. Communicator, Mr. Free Thinker. Subscribe, share, and like to keep me rocking on the mic. Have a good night.